Hi, welcome to my studio. I'm Jan McCarthy. I'm an artist and I'm a maker, and I'm very excited to show you around, so come on in. Oh, wait just a minute. Maybe we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Let's back up for just a bit. Hi, I'm Jeanne McCarthy, and I'm excited to show you my studio today. But I feel like a studio sort of starts right where you are, at least it does for me. So first thing in the morning, I usually fix myself a cup of chai, and then I decorate a coffee cup while I'm waiting for it to heat up. And a lot of times we'll do just some abstract, but sometimes I do a self-portrait. And so I just look in the microwave while I draw myself, and it always looks exactly like me. I'll show you. You'll be really impressed. Here we go. So very easy. Just a magic marker, a to-go cup, and then I just put my chai right in here, and I'm ready to go for the day. Let's do it. This building has about 5 other artists in here, and it's very exciting that we can get together and talk shop and share ideas and be inspired by each other. But this is my studio, and I can't wait to show you around. I think we'll start right here with my storage cabinet, and this is where I'm able to just house everything that I need to paint. Not everything maybe, but most of it. And it's great because I have these pull-out drawers, crayons, and just everything. I've got tapes, and I've just got all kinds of stuff like my crayons and tapes and even a little smudge sticks. Pigments and markers and glue gun and scrapers and rulers and you name it. I've got it all in here, and so it's great that I can just tuck it away and pull it out as I need. Keep a couple of aprons around, although I also paint in my paint clothes. And then over here, I've got some inspiration. This is some photos of some walls that I took when I was in Guatemala, and I'm excited to maybe try and do a collection around that. This is just a canvas that I kind of been throwing paint on, and it's not anything right now. We'll just see where it goes, but it's great to have a place to just not have any expectations about what you're doing and to be able to toss paint on and that kind of thing. So I can work from here. I love having a drop cloth over this bench so that I can raise the art up. And I've got my little stool so that I can sit on there, and you know, if I want to sit, I can stand, I can do all of that. Over here, I've got some of my handcrafted paintbrushes, and for those who ask, do I use them? Yes, I do, but I also sell them as pieces of art. And they're really fun because like I collect sticks from all over the world, and whenever I travel, and so it's great to come back and make a paintbrush with them using, this is horsehair, this is just fancy yarn that I actually got in Australia when I was there, including the sticks. So it's just great to have these sticks and be able to make marks with them and have them be fancy and simple and all of those things. I think every artist should have a bar cart, and they can fill it with all of their supplies. So as you can see, I've got tons of paintbrushes. I've got all kinds of little things to, templates to, I can make numbers, I can do all kinds of stuff with that. I've got my scissors, my scrapers, I've got chalk, I've got pencils, colored pencils and toothpicks, and you know, just tools of the trade. And then I have a wall that I can display my art, and I can display one of my handcrafted paintbrushes so that when potential clients come in, they can see my work. I keep these bags here so that I can paint on them if I have a last minute gift. I've got bags that I can decorate and put a gift in or a bottle of wine. And then coming over here, I've got a couple of easels. I can actually do pretty large pieces of art here. And that's great to be able to have that. And these are rolling easels too, so it's great. Back here, not only is it for display, where I can display my art on stands or in frames, but I can always also house all of my books. And I've got a gift with my own wrapping paper. And over here, I've got a collection of things that I've bought around, and also tools. I love this vintage fly swatter, and it's great because you can make some really cool marks with this. Just dip it in some ink or even paint, and you can just take it straight across the canvas like that and make some interesting marks. But this is just a collection too of you'll recognize this as a barbecue basting brush, but it makes great marks too. And I picked this up when I was in Morocco, and I love it because it's just got paint all over it. I didn't put the paint on there, some other artist did, and I love having this, that it just inspires me. I wanted to just show you too a quick little thing that has some of my marks on it, like this. And I was talking about the fly swatter. You can see some of the things that you can kind of do when you're making marks. And of course, while we're on this table here, you can see that it's a great table, and I can cover it in paper, and I can put my canvases on here, small works, big works. I can put them on here, and I can paint from using this table, and it's great. It's also a great display table to display some of the things that I've made. These are a couple of leather bags with my art on it, and they're just really nice, and a great bag to keep a few little supplies in. And then I also have on this table, I have my bowl of gift tags that I made. And these are really fun. So anytime I need a gift tag, and it's all personalized, and this is just, I keep a piece of strong paper with art on it that I can just put paint on and marks, and then I just tear it up or cut it up, and I've got ready-made gift tags. Sometimes I make them out of canvas too, and that makes a nice gift tag as well. And if you come to visit me, I usually always have a few jelly beans on hand, black of course, and maybe a few kisses, chocolate of course. This is what I call my thinking chair, and I think everyone should have one. I sit here and I dream, I peruse books, I read, I think about what I'd like to do. I let the ideas just kind of flow in, and it's just a nice place, especially if I'm working on something. I can come and sit in my chair and I can look at the painting from afar and answer if there's a question about something that I'm doing. The answer usually readily comes available, and so I think it's a magic chair too. Over here I have a hat stand, a coat rack, whatever you want to call it, and it's great because it houses or allows me to hang the scarves that I did in collaboration with a company with my art on it, and I just love these. The fabric is super yummy, and it's great to see the different patterns that show up on the scarves. So these are really great too. I love ambiance lighting, so I have a great little lamp here. I have this huge canvas here, and I can play on this canvas, and I can also play on another canvas over here. I come over here and I make marks, and I just, whatever happens, whenever I get inspired. And including, I have this really cool stick that I made into a sort of a paintbrush. Got a pencil on the end, and I bet you know which artist it was that worked from bed and painted using his great big stick. This is fun. Here, I love this old chest. It's got books in here, but I've got my vintage fan, a way to display some of my art. I keep some pigments and pencils and watercolors and things like that in here. Again, framing some of my work so that should someone come in, I can easily share what I've got going on and some of the works that I've done. I've got these pigments that I got from Jeanne and they are awesome. Love playing around and experimenting with these. And, oh, I love this, framing all these paintbrushes that have come from all over the world too, and they're old and vintage, and I think it just makes such a cool display. And then over here on this table, again, I've got another chair. If a guest comes in, they can sit down, or I can sit down, because I love sitting in this chair. And I've got my work displayed, as you can see, but I've also got some more of my handcrafted paintbrushes, some that still need to be worked on, including, I love this cute little one. This one's one that's been used. It's not fancy, but it's interesting. I love the softness of this wood. And then I found this stick, and just how cute is that? So I'll do something with it. Coming over here, I've got these rolling carts, and this is great because it definitely houses some of my supplies. I've got glue guns and glue, I've got paints in the drawer, I've got all kinds of things here. But it's great because I can roll them away, and then I can paint on this canvas too. So it's not framed, and that's great for really big pieces that I can just tack up on the wall, and I can paint from here and then roll it up and take it to the framer or send it off, and it's great. I'm excited to also show you that I have these books that I created. They're kind of a hybrid book. They're like a journal, but they're also a notebook. They're an inspirational book because I have graphically inspired quotes. One is called Courage, the other one's called Freedom. And I'm excited to just show you some of the pages here. You can see that it's got a page for each day. And some of my art is in here as well. And so they're just fun little books. Like I said, one's called Courage, one's called Freedom. One of my coffee cups. And then many of you may have done this, but I've got a book. I named this one Marks on Paper, but it's just a collection of some of my art. And it's a nice way to show guests that come in things that I've done and things that I can do. So I want to thank you for coming in to see me today, and I hope you enjoyed the tour.